Hi guys, my name is Bethany Atazadeh, and this video is all about how to keep your goals and resolutions in 2018. Did you know that only about 8% of people actually keep their New Year's resolutions? I was like, this is insane, that can't be true. And then I realized that I'm one of those people. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. Number 1 is create goals that you can control. What this means is aim high, but aim for something you can actually take specific action steps towards. For example, being a bestseller is an awesome dream, but it is not a good goal. However, a great goal that might help you accomplish that dream is, say, I'm going to write daily to develop as an author, or I will publish a novel in 2018. Another word for these types of goals is measurable or achievable. They should be performance-based, not outcome-based. The best kind of goal is something that's challenging but still attainable. It's hard but not impossible. Don't aim to walk down the street, but also don't aim to fly to the moon. If it's too easy, you're not challenging yourself. But if it's not attainable, you're going to be extremely discouraged. Number 2 is write a list, but more specifically, write a list backwards. What I mean by that is that I start by thinking big picture. Whether you're thinking of this upcoming year specifically or 5 to 10 years into the future, it's up to you. What you're going to do is write down those really big specific goals for that time frame. So for example, I have published a novel in 2018. Now comes the part where we work backwards. You're going to zoom in month by month and figure out what are the steps you need to take each month to get to that end goal. So let's use my example of publishing in 2018. I'm going to write out specific goals for each month, such as this is the month or 2 months where I need to edit it myself before anyone sees it. This is the month where I want to have beta readers. This is the month where I want to send it to my editor. This is the month where I'm going to proofread it. Now that you've got your months figured out, you're going to back up even further and do your weeks. What do you have to do every week to achieve this goal? So once you figure out your weekly goals, you're going to even break it down further to daily goals. So for example, if you want to write a novel in a year, you've figured out that it's like 4,000 to 10,000 words per month. That would be 1,000 to 1,250 words per week. If you break that down per day, that's about 150 to 350 words per day. By writing a list backwards, you've just narrowed down your big picture goal to a daily action step. Okay, number 3, build your goals into your daily schedule. Make them a priority. Once you've figured out your daily action steps, you have to actually make time for them. Yeah, I can say that I'm hoping to write a novel, but if I'm just hoping that it'll sort of happen and it'll just come to me, it's never going to happen. If your goal is truly important to you and you really want to succeed this year, you need to schedule time for it and make it a priority. End of story. Okay, number 4, celebrate your milestones. With your goals, it's really easy to always be living in the future, looking forward to what you haven't accomplished yet, and if it isn't obvious, that can be very discouraging. Discouraged people give up on their goals. So how do you combat this? You find ways to encourage yourself with reminders of how far you've actually come. This can get you in the right frame of mind where you're already excited about how much you've accomplished and you know that you can do more. The best part about doing this is that the list just keeps getting longer every year. Number 5 is surround yourself with the right people. And what I mean by that is people who are motivated, goal-oriented, positive, passionate, focused people. This is probably my favorite tip, and I learned it by accident. When I married my husband, I noticed that over the last 2 years, I've grown way more goal-oriented and way more focused and passionate about what I love. My husband is like goals on steroids with Superman's powers, drinking coffee with like 5 shots of espresso. He is the most motivated person I've ever met, and it's awesome. You cannot be negative or lazy for very long when you're surrounded by people who are so excited for you and pushing you to succeed. There's a saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Our friends' good habits and bad habits rub off on us. If your friends are goal-oriented and they're supporting you, encouraging you, and motivating you, you're going to accomplish so much more. In the same way, if you have a friend who's very negative, who's discouraging you, who's constantly saying, I can't do that, you're going to find that you have that same mindset. So one of your steps to success in 2018 may actually be taking an honest look at who you hang out with. If you notice that there's some really negative people in your life, a step could be limiting how much time you spend with those people. And on the flip side, finding people that you admire, that you look up to, and spending more time with them. Number 6 is talk about your goals. Get accountability. But I do not mean with just anyone. I mean specifically with those positive, encouraging friends that we just talked about. Having people who are supporting you along the way, asking about your progress, encouraging you to keep going, it's insanely helpful. How can you give up on a project if they're constantly asking you if you've been working on it? You will be 100 times more successful in 2018 if you have those people on your side. Okay, number 7, something is always better than nothing. This one is so obvious, but we all fall into this trap. Everyone seems to have the mindset of all or nothing. Let's use the weight loss resolution that I'm pretty sure almost all of us have had at some point. I have it like every year. So I'm really excited and I'm going to go to the gym 6 times a week, and that's my resolution. 6 times a week. I'm going to do this. So then week 1 happens, I've only gone 3 times, I get bummed out and I quit. What? Why? What? How? I seriously do not know why we do this as human beings, but we do. Let me ask you a question. If you went 3 times, that was still good, right? I mean, you were still more healthy than you were before you went. It's better than 0. The same thing applies to your writing goals. So you only wrote once this week. Excuse me, I'm pretty sure that's still better than if you didn't write at all. If you're working towards your goals, that is always a success. Don't listen to the not good enough lie. Something is always better than nothing. End of story. Okay, that leads me to our last one, number 8. Consider failure a success. In our culture, the word failure is synonymous with give up. That is so stupid. Like, we need to delete that from our brain. Failure should be synonymous with try again. Failure just means you figured out one way not to do it, and honestly, you're ahead of the crowd because at least you tried. Remember what we just talked about, how something is better than nothing? That's still true here. I created some fun graphics that you can share in your social media. If you feel like it, you can screenshot it and share it with your friends. Okay guys, what did I miss? If it isn't obvious, I love goals. I love more ideas of how to keep them. So if you have more ideas that I didn't think of, leave a comment below for me. Let's crush our goals in 2018. Who's with me? If you like the content in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for me. I post videos with writing advice every other Thursday. I have some super exciting topics coming up like beta readers. My novel Evelyn's Number is now available for purchase on Amazon as well as a few other websites, but specifically my website. I'll leave a link for it below. You can get a signed copy. This is a brand new feature. I'm super excited about it. Okay guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll talk again soon. Bye!